Hello YouTube, welcome to Lifestyle Aesthetics where we teach you how to level up consistently over time. We're back at it again with a very simple upper body day for chest and back at home. So all you really need are some resistance bands and some Powerblock dumbbells, which I highly recommend because the gym is always packed after work and we all lead busy lives. So what better way to catch a pump than having these equipment at your home? So starting off with upper chest press, where I am wrapping the bands on my back, right under my elbows. And as you see, I'm trying to angle out to the best of my ability at a 45-degree angle to focus on my upper chest. So from here, I have set the power block dumbbells to 40 pounds, just trying to focus on slow and controlled movements. So I am supersetting opposing muscle groups in order to save time because we have stuff to do. So I would still lean slightly forward, holding the dumbbells at a 45-degree angle and then holding at the top. So since the upper chest works on the upper part of the chest, I figured that it will help me to focus on the upper part of my back. So having that combo is going to make you easy to remember what it is that you're doing after a busy day. So holding at the top for 10 to 12 reps, and then resting for 1 or 2 minutes since we're not doing too much volume today, and focusing on the second set. And again, just like the way we go at the gym, I hold that at the top, slow and controlled on the way back, and an explosive movement as I press. Also, a key note is that when you are using resistance bands, you need to focus on your hand placement. So the closer you are at the edge of the resistance band, the lighter the weight and the resistance will be. But the farther you are away from the edge of that resistance band will become much more heavy. So after we do 10 struggling reps of upper chest press, since I have no bench to do this at home, I will do pronated grip rows for the upper back. As you see, when you hold that at a 45-degree angle and pull it upwards, definitely fit it in the traps and upper back. So 2 sets of these supersets is done, right? So after doing these, now you would focus on the middle part of your chest and the middle part of your back. Here we are, fitting the pump, feeling good. As you see, there's a wider spread on my back since I'm able to do a slightly more volume throughout the week, 2 days hard at the gym, 2 to 3 days at home. So again, wrapping this behind my armpit on the back. We are going to press forward. So keeping your feet close together. You could also have your leading leg in the front, but standing close together like so will help me focus on pushing straight forward and focus on the middle pec. So this is quite similar to doing cable crossovers on the machine. Um, you are pushing resistance away from you. And then focusing on doing these neutral grip rows, leaning slightly forward. And essentially what you're doing is you are pulling back. So when you're pulling back close to your glutes, this is going to help you build stronger lats, stronger rear shoulders. This also helps you to feel the contraction of the biceps and forearms. So this is going to help you to build a stronger grip. So after that first set, trying to see how we feel. Rest for 1 or 2 minutes. Trying to make this a concise day. And we are back at it again with the resistance bands, crossovers, neutral grip, but pressing forward. So you remember to not um, hit the 45 degrees since we already hit the upper chest. You want to hit the middle chest. So pushing it forward, uh, alternating where you are positioning your wrists, going to help you build that strong chest, strong triceps. and I feel my chest pumped up. It's pretty much showing through this sweat, through this compression shirt. All right. Then again, neutral grip rows, since we already hit the upper back, gonna hit the middle back. And this is the point of view when you do this looking towards me. So trying to make sure that I'm holding at the top, having a better contraction for the lats, slowly letting go, trying to do my best to have the weight remain at the same position as I do my rows. So after we do this superset, we gotta hit the lower pecs, right? Lower pecs needs to be hit, right? And you see the chest popping out, the upper chest, middle chest popping out more. So we need to focus more on hitting lower chest as well. So definitely weighted dips is the way I like to grow my lower pecs. But since we do not have that at home, it's only at the gym, I'm going to do cable crossovers, or what would be cable crossovers. And I'm leaning forward, but as you see, my arms are angled downward at that 45-degree position. So making sure you are holding it at that pushing stretch, and then holding it at the back stretch will help you focus more on hitting the lower pecs correctly. So I am exploding at that pushing movement, that pressing movement. I am exploding, trying to build that real life strength when you're pushing someone away from you. And then holding it at the top and then slowly releasing it is going to help you build strong lower pecs. Any pressing movement will also hit the front part of your deltoid, so keep that in mind. And then when I want to work on my lower back, I'm doing a supinated grip and holding it at a 45-degree angle for these dumbbells. So holding at the top will help build the lower leg contraction. And then keep in mind that your forearms are forced to grow since your grip is being tested, since you're doing these two exercises back to back. I also feel it on my forearms when I'm doing the resistance band, pushing and pressing movements, since I am forced to keep my arm at a certain angle and trying to focus a lot on a perfect form, as perfect as it can get. So again, lower chest press, pushing it down at a 45-degree angle, holding it as far back as I can close to my back in order to feel that full and complete contraction of the lower chest. So doing it this way with a 45-degree position of my hands will help me build strong lower pecs. So at home, I like to do a full upper body day and lower body day, but I want to protect some of my joints. I felt some slight pain on my elbow, so I figured that if I do lower volume and keeping my upper body workouts more concise, I'm still able to recover that slight pain on my elbow, but also build strength at home. So 2 sets up until I'm able to do drop sets at home, just figuring out the different volume types and the strength and the weight to let my elbow recover. So after we hit the lower chest press and the lower back rows, I still want to build strong, thick traps. So after that, I am doing the shoulder shrugs where they are essentially resting at my leg at a 45-degree angle, and my body is leaning slightly forward, and I'm holding that shrug at the top until I cannot do anymore. Then we do partials. Immediately after, I am dropping down the weight and going again with these shoulder shrugs. So right here, since the weight is much more easy to control since it's lighter, I feel more of that contraction as I hold that at the top. So these drop set shoulder shrugs is essential to having a stronger neck, stronger muscles between your shoulders. That upper back is going to pop out more since you are doing these isolation movements for your traps. So I want to hit traps on every single upper body day since I have the legs in between those days is going to help me rest. So with the second set, doing shoulder shrugs, pulling the weight, my shoulders, trying to keep my arms as naturally straight as possible. So you don't want to keep them too stiff. At a slight bend will help you build these strong trap muscles. And this is also testing the strength of my grips and my forearms since I'm holding such heavy weight in front of me at a slightly leaned forward position. So we do the drop set, going at it again, leaning slightly forward and making sure that my position and my form is correct, holding it at the top. All right, thank you for watching. That was the chest and back home workout with a resistance band and some power blocks, which I highly recommend. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.